Everything's gone ever so slightly fucky tonight. Upside is I've got some upgrades for the car. So yay. Makes my job easier. Little bit of a cost, but not much. In fact, I paid it off within the day's worth of. Okay. Hello Burb, hello Heather, hello Andy, hello Robert. Hello Nexus. Also, hey Nexus, I'm gonna put something down the hole of your cock. Oh, that's fairly violently lemonade. What the hell? Oh, God. Woo! That is very violently lemonade. Anyways, sorry it took so long to get everything, going on my end, but I just had the fucking worst thing. See, I went out to get my drink from the car, walked back towards the house, and the door's standing open. Check the house, and Sparky's not in the house. Weird. By the way, thankfully the doggo didn't go too out to the car and back. Thankfully. Especially since I live so close to a fucking street. Anyways. I'm going to get into the game. Also, who or what is Crystal?
To ask questions. I believe everyone's got their own business. You hear something, you leave it alone. But when you spent as much time in and out of the truck as I have, you learn to keep your mouth shut about things, So when I saw this here ad in the newspaper that reads, Gent Corporation looking for research subjects, pays $3.50 a week, I figured it'd be good for me. Easy money, right? With my record, you can't afford to be picky. But it turns out something really wrong is going on in this place. I mean, I've seen dead people before, but here, death is like a way of life. A clockwork march. They wheel out the bodies, and they disappear down the chute. Forgotten men from the street, paid to die. $3.50 a week.
Oh, right. 523.
I'm sure we can reach an agreement. Let's just talk. Who are you? Where did you come from? Who made you? Can you take me to him? He wanted me to find him. Please let me see him. Wait! Stop! Come back!
The pencil in a dream, right? Oh, that's instant death. Oh, that sucks. Why do I get the feeling I need to banish those enemies? Nope. I can't banish them either, so how do I deal with this? Because that's not fair otherwise. I'm guessing I can't kill these things. I do want to see if it's even possible to hurt them. Nope. Not even possible to hurt them. Aiden, you start a new med today. Well, yay. Ow.
Experiment 26. Frequent delays due to the ink demon's refusal to terminate. Keepers have administered quarter-hourly sessions of physical tortures and surgical invasions to wear down his powers. All of these efforts have been ultimately unsuccessful. A new method of control must be devised. Termination impossible.
Hmm. No, I didn't. Although now I want a cookie. Oh. Ooh, okay. Alright, later, Andy. Num. Also, nom nom nom, the corgi face. Violently. I'm assuming, by the way, Aiden, that it's one of the ones you didn't have too many issues with.
That's where the ghosts live. Just beyond that door. The Keeper's prison. The pit. No one ever comes out. At least, they're never quite the same. But I could open the door for you. I do know how. I really do.
Thank you. That would...
But first, maybe play a game? Oh, I love to play games. I like hide and seek best. Find me, and I'll open the door for you. I promise. Look away while I hide, and no peeking.
Am I gonna have to play hide and seek with you? Am I playing hide and seek with you while this fuck knuckle searches for me?
Oh, you did it! You found me! Oh, this is so exciting! You were brilliant!
Now, can you open that door for me?
Oh, yes, the door. I think you'll find it's open now. Oh, and also, let me give you something. Something special. Just a small reminder of our game together.
Interact with linker pipes to fast travel between two specific locations. Dark places you've already been may hold new secrets. Wait, do they always just link to the same two locations? They do, I think.
Wait and see. Believe in you. Leave me alone.
Hey there, Jackie. Num. Well, that hurt. Hmm. Okay. So now that I know she can, and probably has opened that door, Gotta wonder where this one leads. Oh, it's not linked.
Really?
I wouldn't expect the demon to be able to attack me in here.
Excuse me. Sir? Can you help me?
You must be really lost to be asking me for help.
I'm just looking for answers. About the Keepers, Wilson, the cycle, anything
No.
could help.
What's your name?
Audrey, what's yours?
Honestly, I've almost forgotten. My name is Henry.
Have you been a prisoner long?
When the Keepers think you're a threat to their plans, they lock you away. Forever. Still, it's given me time to think. Things like, if you haven't eaten in years, you might not be human.
Why would you be a threat to them?
I'm what they call a cycle breaker. Once upon a time, I knew how to start the cycle over. And when that happens, everything begins again. Completely new. Obviously, Wilson and the Keepers don't want that to happen.
How did you do it?
Reset the cycle? Turns out the Ink Demon himself is the key. This world is his, but even he must obey its rules. For now, at least. If you can get him to look at something very specific, it will reset everything.
What is it?
It's just a reel of film, labeled with the words, "The End." I can see it in my mind every day. They keep it upstairs in the pit.
I'll see if I can break in and steal it. Maybe, if I reset the cycle, we could make things better for everyone here.
And what about you?
I just want to go home.
So did I. Good luck, Audrey. If you need me again, you know where to find me.
So that's the character you played as in the first game. How can the ink demon even find me in here? I can understand that. Are you worthy of walking with? I'm sorry, I'm just gonna... I can't close it. Oh god. There's always hope. Huh?
Down the hollow dark, come the wretched abyss. A savior comes at last.
Wilson?
Rest yourself, Audrey. You're still weak. The Keepers can be relentless to strangers. But there's nothing to fear as long as I'm with you. You're safe now.
You did this to me. You brought me here. Turned me into this thing. This doesn't make sense. I've never done anything to you.
Open your eyes and look around you. None of this makes sense. Drawn walls, nightmarish creatures, an ancient studio that died out almost 30 years ago. It's all fiction, utter nonsense. And yet, in here, it exists. It breathes. It flourishes. Reality, guided by its master's pen. The foundation for a new reality. We can bleed into our own. Just think of it. Anything we create in here, we can release out there. But This world must be controlled, made safe. These things, these angels and demons, are they really life? Or are they just stains? Old mistakes ready to be cleansed away for newer, greater things.
What do you want from me?
I need your help to save my father's life.
What?
This is our start. We'll talk more once we're safely inside. Stay close. This place isn't as safe as it once was. The demon's evil continues to spread. This world has begun to shudder.
Be quiet.
What did you say?
Nothing. It was nothing.
Almost there. Just a quick stop. Won't take but a moment. The subject will stand in the designated location. Lethal object detected. The subject will submit all weapons for further screening. Disarm now. Remain still for examination. The subject is cleared for entry. Welcome to the civilized world. How do you like my signal towers? They nullify the Ink Demon's powers so he cannot pass them. I wish I could say I invented them, but it seems our friends at the Gent Corporation had a demon problem of their own long ago. And now, my dear, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to prepare. We'll talk later, I promise. Besides, you must be very tired. A quick rest will do you good. Betty will show you to your room. She's my housekeeper, among other things.
You never actually killed the ink demon, did you?
No, he's too powerful to destroy. So we sealed him away, trapped him in a different form. One that was smaller, harmless.
Bendy.
It was a fitting prison, although he seems to have found a way to free himself. But enough talk. We'll deal with that soon enough.
There's some nice fresh blankets all laid out for you. You'll be dreaming in no time.
Wait, Wilson? One more thing. If you needed my help, why didn't you just ask?
Would you have believed me?
Come along, and no more dawdling. This way now. Oh, you're here at last. It's so exciting finally having you with us. Now, to give you some bearings, we're currently standing in the south wing. Wilson's laboratory is downstairs, and then there's the north wing. The ink demon got in there a while ago, and ever since, we've had to keep the north wing locked up tight. I'm afraid it's fallen into ruins by now. All those juicy, lovely books gone to waste. Only keepers go there these days, and they'll tear you apart limb from limb if Wilson isn't with you. So, mind your distance and you'll be just fine. It's not very often I have guests to look after, especially one I can actually talk to. Almost everyone here either can't speak or they're completely mad. All right, here we are. Best room in the house. You should see where I sleep. Ugh. But this room, oh, just perfect. I saw to every detail. Bed is clean, the bathroom is on the left. Sorry about the stains. I did try my best to get them out.
The Mug and the Maiden. That's a whole ass book. How many pages is that? Hold on. Okay. The Mug and the Maiden, Volume 1, Chapter 1, The Dangerous Forest. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a mug of cheese, but it was not an ordinary. I'm not high enough for. As you would find in any home or any kitchen. No, this mug of cheese was a distant descendant of the three grand flagon kings. The same kings who had charged on horseback to defend their capital city during the unforgettable conquest of the previous century. To which these flagon kings he hailed from the mug was unsure. To which of the flagon kings he hailed from the mug was unsure. But still there was honor and courage in his heart. His family had heralded of deeds long past that had forever changed the course of stoop history. You have a name, of course. All mugs of cheese had names. That's the common knowledge. Every fruit bat is really named Stanley. I'm really not high enough for this. Hold on. This mug of cheese was named Richter the Cracked. What a name, I can say. Cracked indeed. This mug of cheese bears no damage that I can see. Fall silent, you small-minded base. Small-minded bass. For therein lies our intriguing story. Let's begin at the beginning. It was a hot winter day in the forest. One of those days when everything is dull brown. The lake was still. The birds had shut up. Trees were but sticks in the overcast sky, save for a lone pine that skimmed the clouds above like a painter's brush. It was on that day that Mr. Darble Mouse was in a hurry. He'd just been named as Vermin of the Year by the Society Brethren that lived under the old church. It was customary for the honoree to bring fine port wine cheese ceremony. There were only hours to locate some of the precious cuisine. Fortunately, Mr. Darble Mouse knew exactly where to find it, a dark cellar below the governor's castle. But unfortunately, as he approached the loose plank of wood in the old wall, he failed to realize that the heavy rain that had come during the night had passed moisture into the plank, making it far heavier than usual. Thus, when he pushed the plank with all his might, lifted just enough to push his body only halfway through. His strength just couldn't contend with the weight of the plank. His arms failed. The plank snapped back down, crushing him flat. After all, this story was not about Mr. Darble Mouse, or had you forgotten the mug of cheese already? I can see how you might might connect the two. Mr. Darble Mouse was, after all, looking for cheese, and we were just talking about a mug of cheese just before. Sadly, I must inform you that there is no relation between Richter and the Richter the Cracked and the rodent who is now nothing more but smushed guts inside a wall. Except that there is, for it was the death of Mr. Darble Mouse that started all the trouble. You see, things die, they tend to smell, and that's what Mr. Darble Mouse did. But that's not all. His body, pinned between the outside and inside of the wood wall, made a perfect passage for the hot winter wind. The wind therefore carried the stench of his decaying mouse carcass deep into the governor's home, like a snake twisting wisp of terror. The smell settled in into a little tavern near the courtyard of the castle. Here soldiers would spend many long hours where there was no bloodlust to soothe with battle. Strong ale and red meats filled the menu from back to front at this rustic medieval greasy spoon. Mostly the customers came to look upon the barmaiden, Maxine, who was actually named Rita. Rita was by far the best-looking creature in all the governor's country. There was a beautiful deer woman just over the hill, but no one knew that. By day, Rita scrubbed her tavern so clean you could eat off of it, which was fortunate as it was a place you would be eating, since it was a tavern. By night, served her customers with charm, grace, but mostly with drinks. Did I mention that Rita was married? Well, I'm mentioning it now. Rita was married. Her husband's name was James. He didn't do much until he died. The smell of Mr. Darble Mouse knocked him flat, and that, my friend, was that. Oh dear, the story has barely begun and already we've killed two major characters. Needless to say, Rita was deeply distressed by the whole thing, but 20 or so minutes later she realized she couldn't mourn forever and went to buy some cheese. Ah yes, don't worry, dear reader, this time the mention of cheese will probably guide us to meeting our focal or facial hero of the tale. Focal hero of the tale. This is the good time to start a new chapter. I'm still not high enough for this. Is anybody following this story properly? Because my brain hurts. Why did it have to be fucking stupid? Why did it have to be weaponized stupid? Oh. Try to keep up, Nexus! Chapter 2, a new chapter. Rita entered the cheese shop with her guns blazing. I am speaking metaphorically, of course. By which I mean she entered the cheese shop quite determined to buy some cheese. This was because just the night before, as her husband James was taking note of a weird smell in the room, she had invented a delicious new concoction, a cheddar cider. It was sure to be a hit with her patrons. After all, the governor's country only had two exports, cheese and grapes, and she couldn't possibly make a drink from a grape. But back to the cheese shop scene. Rita knocked on the counter loudly with her fist, causing the nearby cat to do absolutely nothing, as cats do. From behind the wall, she heard a stir as someone was crashing through piles of cheese to make their way towards her. Emerging gloriously from yellow curtains, an old man came into view. He was giant in stature with a long, long gray beard, bobbing along and stuck within his beard were all manner of cheese crumbs and wedges wrapped tightly within his hairs. But yet, he held even more cheeses on ropes, pulled across his chest with loops of provolone linked like sausages over his shoulders. His eyes were big and his ears were bigger still. A smile of kindness erupted on his face as he locked eyes with Rita. My, the curds are kind to me this hour. Hello and welcome, he bellowed. Rita bowed low and promptly began to cry. Shop owner looked at her perplexed. What did I say wrong? The barmaiden sniffed and snooted and finally answered, Forgive me, for my husband has just died and I'm out of Swiss. Going to pause now in the store to ask myself why Mr. Darble Mouse went to the cellar of the governor's house for cheese. If there was a cheese shop nearby, I think it's best if we overlook the glaring problem in the plot, don't you? Now back to the story at hand. Rita purchased a large amount of cheese from the shop owner. She bought cheese wheels and cheese melts and cheese slices. She bought cheese whistles and cheese bread. She bought cheese paper and cheese. She bought so much cheese, in fact, that she had lost track of all she had obtained. Just dumped all the dumped all of the fromage into a large burlap sack and for the return journey to the tavern. Goodbye, Rita, the shop owner called as he waved farewell. Goodbye, Daniel, she called back. His name was Murray, by the way. So she just said goodbye, Daniel, to Murray. Overburdened by her treasure, Rita made her way home, following the main road to the castle. But as it always happens, the road was now under repair. A man with a skinny mule was plowing up the dirt so that he could put down new cobblestone. 4 of his associates were standing by watching him. The job would only take a few years to finish, but Rita was in a hurry, so she followed the detour sign that told her to take a different route or a road to her left. Unfortunately, no one could read in the governor's country, so she went right instead. This mishap took her deep into the forest, where absolutely nothing of interest happened, except something of interest did happen. Nexus! It's made my eyes start itching! All I can say to this is fucking cheese cider! It's sad. I know how to make cheese, and I know how to make cider, and I know how to incorporate cheese into fluids. I could theoretically make a cheese cider. But to what end? Because could you imagine if you took a drink of a cider and it tasted like provolone? Just liquid cheese and alcohol. What would you do? I know cheese and wine pair great together. That would not be a cider. I mean, yeah, I'd say what I'm describing is more of a war crime. Imagine creamy cider that tastes like provolone. Like liquid provolone. Oh god, I'm stupid! Just don't add the thickeners to squeezy cheese! Jesus fucking Christ! Don't add the thickeners to squeezy cheese, get a bunch of it. Add yeast, turn into cider. Now I need to go through the ingredients for squeezy cheese. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to this fucking stupid ass story. Uh, as she trodden on through the forest, her sack of cheese weighed her down, muttering complaints all the way. Little did she know the danger lied just ahead. The danger was cunning and dangerous, and had one of those out of place eyebrow hairs that drives you nuts when you're talking to someone who has one. A danger we can call Bernard. Big ugly lizard man who wears a blue cloak. Sorry, his entire name is Bernard the Big Ugly Lizard Man who wears a blue cloak. That's creepy. Bernard didn't often have visitors in his house. This was because he lived outside. Also, he was rather fond of human flesh, which made him very unpopular. So, obviously, you can see the drama unfolding here. Beautiful but tired Rita, huffing and puffing all the way up the winding path as she approaches a certain doom. Bernard watching from behind a nearby a tree, licking his lips. Oh, the tension is tense, is it not? At this point in time, we must pause again and ponder all the possibilities that can happen now in our story. Characters have already died. Surely a third wouldn't hurt already. Are you perhaps just reading the story because you want to see who will get the axe next? Are you a little warped? Do you know? You are a little warped. You know that? Well then, let's see what happens next. Bernard stepped from behind his hiding place, his eyebrow hairs gleaming in the fading. Oh my god. Oof, sorry that broke me. Give me a second. That was far too much cheese. I'm sorry, but the phrase, his eyebrow hair gleaming in the fading sun. I'm sorry. What the absolute fuck? Oh, I need a drink. Oh. Dear madam, why must you pass through so fast? He called with his eyes glimmering. I must get home, Bernard, because for one, it's getting late and I have customers to serve, and second, because you eat people, Rita replied. Poppycock, bolted eyes, codswallop. I won't hear these lies against my character, he detested. For I, Bernard, the big ugly lizard man who wears a blue cloak, have completely reformed myself. Squinted suspiciously at him. You have? Bernard put his hand to his heart. I no longer prowl or pounce. I won't attack or bounce. I will not kill or maim or tear. I won't crush or even bite you anywhere. I promise I won't devour anyone. My gosh, you've become a bore. If you aren't going to be the danger in the story, then I've come all this way with 100 pounds of cheese for nothing, Rita grumbled. Boosted her sack further up her shoulders, turned with an angry grunt, but Bernard waved after her in a panic. Wait, it's all a ruse! I intend to teach you, dear woman, I swear it! Cried. It's all a trick, you see, a new angle. It worked on some guy yesterday. Oh, please stay. Sighed, her strength just about gone from the long adventure she had taken since she left home that morning. She turned back to face Bernard. All right, she said, but your part in the story better lead to an unexpected turn of events. Oh, it will. Bernard clapped and waggled his clawed fingers to motion her to draw nearer. Just wait until the next chapter. What the fuck is this? Hold up. Chapter 3. The next chapter. Why do I get the feeling the later half of this entire stream is going to be just this one fucking book? And if that happens to be the case, I'm gonna shit. But I'll probably shit laughing. Oh my god, no, seriously, this is... This story is too stupid to stop fucking reading. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to know how this chapter ends? I do. This is stupidly weird. All I can think of is what's that one? It has it. What is that one fucking book? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy vibes. It has Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy vibes. Like, this whole thing just has Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy vibes, and it's straight up just fucking. Oh. No, I have no idea what that sound was. Don't ask me to answer. All looked quite dire for Rita. Bernard had her within his grasp. Surely it would just be mere moments before his jaws collapsed upon her head. Oh, what a horrible end for Rita. Needless to say, I'm worried for her. But as luck would have it, miles and miles away, 20 years earlier, something amazing happened. 2 mugs of cheese, a Gouda and a mozzarella welcomed their first son into the world. I don't think I need to tell you his name. It was Dave. Ah, no one liked Dave. After that, the second son came forth, Richter the Cracked. Just called Richter at that time. Richter spent his early life stealing cowbells and putting them on skunks. This way, people always knew when danger was nearby. Needless to say, Richter was one smart mug of cheese. But all could not remain perfect forever, and suddenly the great skunk famine began. Richter found his world in array, and he sought a new purpose. Fortunately, there was an opening in the governor's country for an adventurer of the time, or at the time. Since he was a descendant of the 3 Grand Flagon Kings, he was boosted to the head of the line because, as we're all quite aware, even in old times, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Thus, the adventure of Richter began. Braved deep dungeons, he slayed great beasts. Climbed the highest mountain peaks, he sailed around the world despite the fact that he didn't own a boat. Richter was truly the stuff of legends, and did I mention the curse? Yeah, fair readers, there's a curse. Fiendish and terrible curse. One morning, when Richter was in the governor's country, he came upon a witch named Witch. This witch had pulled a pound cake from her oven when she where she then proceeded to start ingesting it right there and on the front walk of her home. Once Richter knew this creature was pure evil. Cake that this early in the morning and without ice cream. It was truly a fiend that needed to be vanquished. So this dude is about to slay an old lady for eating a fucking cake in the morning without ice cream. You don't eat pound cake with ice cream though. Richter jumped his fence and pulled her sword because of course a fucking mug of cheese has a sword. Would you like some pound cake? Witch offered and looked quite delicious. Richter would not let himself be seduced into early morning cake, so he approached closer with his weapon at her throat. The witch began to sweat with a mouthful of crumbs. I also make a mean scone if you want to wait. No, no gentleman nor gentle mug could refuse a scone. So Richter withdrew his sword and patiently waited for the witch to create these new buttery pastries. But what he didn't know was that the witch accidentally had bumped her table and added within the mixture a vial of cursed liquid. See? I told you there was a curse. You were fair warned. The moment Richter ate the scone, he fell into a deep sleep. The witch, baffled, finished her cake and proceeded to get a civil service job in a nearby town. I'm not high enough for this. Hold on. As the years rolled by, all that remained of the witch's house was carried off by elves, and her garden became overgrown. This left only Richter asleep in the forest with no end to his dreaming insight. But the story thankfully does not end here, for as luck would have it, a giant man covered in cheese with big eyes and big ears wandered past the sleeping mug. In case you've forgotten, this was the cheese shop owner, Murray. Sometimes called Bill. Unable to resist cheese of any kind, even a mug of the stuff, Murray took Richter to the shop to set him on the shelf. Here Richter sat for many years until a very fateful day. You see, in Rita's haste to gather up all the cheese she had purchased, she had swept a few things that did not belong to her into the sack as well. These items included a cat on the counter, a personalized pen, Murray's cash box. I think she'll be hearing about this one eventually. And last but not least, Richter himself, still deeply asleep. So now that our two stories have come together, let's discover what happens next to Rita and Richter in the climax chapter. I have been insulted by this story. This story reads like a valley girl telling a story at a fucking campfire. I'm not high enough for this. I don't think anybody could ever be high enough for this. Jesus fuck. Chapter 4, the climax chapter. Why does it have to be named that? No, Jackie, I really don't think I could. I don't think there's enough weed in the world. I could be sitting in a burning forest of marijuana and I'd still probably be perfectly fucking not high enough for this shit. It was the same hot winter day in the forest, and Miss Darble was finally starting to get concerned. Just down the road, Rita was being drawn towards an almost certain bloody and horrific end to her life. Bernard was just moments from taking her within his lizard jaws and mere hours from trimming his eyebrows. Rita stood her ground. She was no damsel in distress, but simply a person who was pretty darn tired by this point. Pulled the burlap sack of cheese from her body and swung it hard, and with every last bit of strength she had left in her, and her ear-shattering crack broke through the silent trees as the bag made contact with Bernard's shocked face. I'm sorry, she just fucking bitch slapped him with a sack of cheese. All I can think of is sudden reptilian dude about to eat somebody and just suddenly cheese to the side of the head with this look of, this is not what I signed up for. Fucking Christ. Oh. It gets worse. His teeth flew in all directions, falling like pebbles to the ground. His eyeballs dislodged and rolled into a nearby stream. His jawbone turned completely around and planted itself on the back of his head. Bernard ran screaming into the woods, never to be seen again this week. His cries faded, and the forest once again fell soft and quiet. A cow walked by. I'm sorry, what the fuck? You get into a rhythm reading this kind of thing, and then all of a sudden it throws a complete left turn. In this case, it just so happened to be a cow walking by. Next is, what would you do if a cow walked by? Jackie, I'd ask the same thing of you, but I'm fairly certain you probably have seen a cow walking by at some point in your life. Rita, still standing with her sack outstretched in her arms, stood wide-eyed at what just happened. Surely no cheese in her bag was hard enough for that kind of impact. As she placed her burlap sack upon the dirt and peered into it, she was amazed to find Richter the mug of cheese inside, and looking quite dazed. It awakened, and the curse was finally lifted somewhere behind a desk. The witch looked up and nodded with a smile. But oh dear reader, look. Look what it was now upon his mug body, a giant and an elegant crack, very mark of a warrior. Here his journey was finally complete. Richter the crack had emerged. Yes, it is true that Richter really didn't do anything important in the attack on Bernard. Just by Richter being where he was at the perfect time, he had saved Rita. The fates were with them. Richter and Rita talked and laughed and ate cheese until the sun went down. Why is a mug of cheese eating cheese? Finally, they packed up their picnic and headed back to the tavern, where they met with cheers of excitement. This is mostly because the guy had found out that Rita was now single. The fuck? As the night wore into the early morning of the hour, as the tavern remained alive in the castle courtyard with singing and dancing and cheddar cider. Oh, what a celebration, cheddar! Why cheddar? But like all parties of such proportion, eventually everyone sobers up, and you have to go home. Before long, it was dawn. The sun began to rise steadily in the west, marking a fresh adventure on the horizon. A wind of a new direction began to blow with a more steady pace. It skidded across the ground and found its way between the floorboards of the governor's castle. Here, against all odds, it found barely remaining body of Mr. Darblemouse. Wind carried the stench far beyond the borders of the castle, even over the mountains and deep within the dark caves where Evil slept. What the heck is that smell? Said Evil, awakening with hellfire burning behind its eyes. Eventually, news of this great evil spread from town to town until it reached the ears of Richter the Cracked. He polished his sword and gathered some crumbs of bread to store in his mug. Wearing his best expression of courage, Richter once again set off to conquer the day. His story was not yet over. But for now, dear reader, we return to our own lives. So let us end the tale with one last closing thought, shall we? Be we cracked or small or even dead, there is always a purpose to where we all are led. Be brave and strong, and lest we forget, it isn't quite done with any of us yet. The end! I actually like the ending of that, but fuck me, is it fucking Christ. Sorry, this has got stupid meta. I reiterate, I don't think there's a level of stone that you can be that would not still count as being not stoned enough for this. That was nearly 40 fucking minutes!
Did you have any questions?
Is it always night here?
It's always dark, if that's what you mean. For as long as I can remember.
Are you very old?
No. As far as I understand it, I'm something quite new. Although, I didn't turn out the way I was supposed to. One in a long line of failed experiments. But Wilson will keep trying.
And do you trust Wilson?
This is the realm of the ink demon. The shadow hangs over us all. I don't trust anyone. But Wilson takes care of me, keeps me safe. He once said I remind him of something he called his mother. Tell me, is that a good thing, where you two are from?
I'm not sure. I don't think I ever had one.
Well, no matter. Now, I was told to make sure you get some sleep once you got here. So get nice and comfy and relax. I left something on the table that might just help you nod off. It's my own recipe. Works very fast. Just follow the instructions. Carefully.
Thanks, Betty.
Of course. If you need anything else, I'll come straight away. I'm always up.
Gilson. What's a Gilson?
Well, that didn't tell me anything.
But does the world deserve such a gift?
Cheesy buddies, simple snacks, and chocolate bacon soup. Fucking Christ.
Nothing here. Well, that didn't tell me anything.
Matters at hand. A man in a black coat came asking at the front desk about the machine. Said he was from the Gent Corporation. Fortunately, the receptionist knew nothing, and he left quietly. Later, I found his name on the sign-in form. Mr. Alan Gray.
God, I hope whatever it is isn't in the bathroom. I mean, thank you. I don't really think I am. I stutter a lot. In fact, it's actually one of the things that I used to struggle with as a kid.
here.
Gilson fish. Bait, Yep, little guys. Very closely. Apparently the Gilson is sensitive to sound vibrations and will go into shock upon hearing some sweet music. So crank up the tunes and the fish will be easy to grab. Crunch up the Gilson into a powder and stir in the water for a powerful...
So, I'm looking for a fish? There's gotta be one here somewhere. Now that's a fish. Ah, he's too fast. Maybe if it was closer.
Okay, well, wait, what the fuck? Oh! Oh fucking Christ!
That did it. Looks like the fish is asleep.
Gotcha. You can't get away from me, you little stinker.
Hello?
I forgot the Gilson again, didn't I? And there's some already ground up in the kitchen too. I'll bring it up to your room straight away, shall I? Oh, and maybe you could put Harold back in his tank. He does so hate the dry air.
Man, is getting sent to my room. Fixes that problem. And apparently they had access to the Gilson. I'm in my room. Where's the stuff? Oh. Oh, you moved it. Okay. Exactly 3 sips of water.
Now, just 3 sips of water. 1. 2. 3.
Of fucking course. Hi, Angel.
Awake at last. I was almost afraid you'd miss my party.
What's going on?
Oh, it seems you're just a little overwhelmed. It's all right, honey. I understand. It's not every day one gets to bask in the glory of an angel.
Angel?
Alice Angel, to be exact. That's who I am. Sent from above. Impending perfection.
What do you want?
Right to the chase. I like that. The truth is, honey, you're one of a kind. And to put it bluntly, what I want is your face removed, your skin peeled away like paper, and your insides torn out and tossed onto my table. Custom parts, ready for my delicious harvest. And with your generous sacrifice, I'll be beautiful. But for now, let's have fun. Plenty of time for a bloodbath later. Ooh, how about a game? Let's all play a game of riddles.
Riddles? What a wonderful idea!
No.
All right, honey. Here's the deal. Behind you is the door to freedom. But it will only be opened if you solve my little puzzle and return to your special chair. Then I'll throw this heavenly switch here. If you get the puzzle right, you walk away. Get it wrong, you fry. Let's begin.
The fox thinks the rabbit smells of elderberry. I couldn't see them sitting together.
The rabbit never sits with the bird, but he loves the playful company of the bear.
The pompous fox? Well, he wouldn't be caught dead sitting on the left. Far too pedestrian.
My friend the bear always sits next to the bird. After all, they went to school together.
The fox has always hated the bear. They never sit next to each other.
The bird won't have anything to do with the rabbit, but I hear he likes to court danger by sitting next to the fox.
The fox thinks the rabbit smells of elderberry. I couldn't see them sitting together.
Fox doesn't like the rabbit.
The rabbit never sits with the bird, but he loves the playful company of the bear.
The bird won't have anything to do with the rabbit, but I hear he likes to court danger by sitting next to the fox.
Oh. The bird would sit next to the fox.
The fox thinks the rabbit smells of elderberry. I couldn't see them sitting together.
Fox won't sit with the rabbit. So, rabbits.
The fox has always hated the bear. They never sit next to each other.
My friend the bear always sits next to the bird. After all, they went to school together.
The pompous fox? Well, he wouldn't be caught dead sitting on the left. Far too pedestrian.
Fox won't sit on the left. Won't sit with the... Won't sit on the left, won't... sit with the... rabbit. Doesn't like the bear, but the bird wants to sit with him.
The bird won't have anything to do with the rabbit, but I hear he likes to court
Neither of them like the rabbit.
Next to the fox.
Neither of them like the rabbit.
The fox has always hated the bear. They never sit next to each other.
My friend the bear always sits next to the bird. After all, they went to school together.
The pompous fox? Well, he wouldn't be caught dead sitting on the left. Far too pedestrian.
The rabbit never sits with the bird, but he loves the playful company of the bear.
Okay, well, what do I do now? I'm just gonna rummage through your shit, okay? Wouldn't it be caught dead? Bird wants. Bear. Neither of them like the rabbit. No mention of the dog. Oh, he wouldn't be on the left, though.
The fox thinks the rabbit smells of elderberry. I couldn't see them sitting together.
The bird won't have anything to do with the rabbit, but I hear he likes to court danger by sitting next to the fox.
The fox has always hated the bear. They never sit next to each other.
My friend the bear always sits next to the bird. After all, they went to school together.
There's no mention of pig or monkey.
The rabbit never sits with the bird, but he loves the playful company of the bear.
Never sits with the bird, but loves the playful bear. We're on the left. They don't like each other. They like each other. They don't like each other like him. If I did it right.
Hold on tight, honey. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1.
So, fried chicken lady. Alright, I can't use my powers. Well, I got it right, by the way.
See you there. Nobody likes a party pooper.
Oh right, I don't have my type.
Here comes pain!
You're fucking kidding me! Just immediate. Here comes pain!
See? I'm going to rip them apart. Just wait and see. He said the ink demon was dead. And I saw him dead.
Fuck me.
He said the ink demon was dead, but I saw him. I did. I tried to tell him he was up to something.
I didn't. Numb.
No one humiliates an angel! No one! Now hold still, honey. This is gonna hurt! You ain't stealing my spotlight, honey. Where do you think you're going? Come out wherever you are! I can do this all day! I don't wanna go! go? Are you hiding from me? Oh, that's precious. Where did you go?
No, I was gonna need one.
Screams of pain. Music to my ears. Stop hiding. Start dying. You ain't stealing my spotlight, honey. I just want to be beautiful. Help me be beautiful! I can do this all day. Are you hiding from me? Oh, that's precious. Stop hiding! Start dying! Where did you go? I don't want to go! Come out wherever you are! Where do you think you're going? Where did you go? I know you're out there! You ain't stealing my spotlight, honey! I can do this all day!
Oh, she's blind. Partially.
Stop hiding! Start dying! Are you hiding from me? Oh, that's precious. Where did you go?
So this is disturbing.
Come out wherever you are! Where did you go? Where do you think you're going? You ain't stealing my spotlight, honey. I know you're out there!
Okay, what am I supposed to do now?
I can do this all day! Stop hiding! Start dying! Where did you go?
I can use my powers.
Are you
Wait,
hiding from me?
why?
Oh, that's
Why can I suddenly use my powers?
I don't wanna go! Come out wherever you are!
I mean, I could be the weird type.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, that hurt.
Where did you go? You ain't stealing my spotlight, honey. I know you're out there. There you are! Stop hiding! Start dying! Where did you go?
Oh no.
I can do this all day.
Huh.
Are you hiding from me? Oh, that's precious.
What did you open though?
I don't wanna go. Come out wherever you are. Where do you think you're going? Where did you go? Ain't stealing my spotlight, honey.
I'm gonna have to admit defeat for the night at very least.
Stop hiding! Start dying! Where did you go? I know you're out there! I can do this all day! Are you hiding from me?
Oh, I can't save.
That's precious.
Okay, what happens if I die?
I don't wanna go!
Oh, wait.
Come out wherever you are! Where did you go? Where did you go? I don't wanna go! Stop hiding! Start dying! Lovely eyes in it! mouth come out wherever you are. You ain't stealing my spotlight. Where do you think you're going?
Well, I didn't think I would be driven long on a boss fight.
This all day. I know you're out there. Where did you go?
Oh, okay.
Are you hiding from me? Oh, that's precious. Die! Where did you go?
Fuck you.
Stop hiding! Start dying!
Gonna be satisfied.
I don't wanna go!
Bad.
How dare you touch me! Final curtain, baby. Let's blow them away. My face. You have my face. It's our face. Beautiful. Always were. Why does this feel so familiar? Are you all right, Audrey?
Alice, I cannot begin to tell you how good it is to see you. And this must be your wolf.
Audrey, meet Tom. He's my protector. My friend.
You both got here just in time. Now I understand why you don't like being called Alice.
The machine creates many of the same forms. At least on the outside. On the inside, we're all pretty different.
Well, from now on, I'm gonna call you something other than Alice. It just doesn't suit you.
Oh? What do you have in mind?
How about Allison?
It's not bad. Okay, I'll try it out. But only if you can tell me what in heaven's name you're doing in Wilson's retreat.
Wilson, I almost forgot. I have to get back right away.
Are you crazy? Wilson's our enemy.
Do you even know him? Have you ever talked to him?
I've seen what he's done. That's good enough for me.
Look, it sounds like he has a plan to kill the ink demon. For good. And I think he can help us all. I just need to go back and hear him out.
Well, if it's true, you'll both need as much help as you can get. The ink demon won't go down without a fight. Tom and I will gather some of our friends. Anyone who's left. Good luck, Audrey.
You too, Allison.
Mind if I take this?
Jesus. Hmm. Beautiful people run this world. If you can have a brain or talent, you may just sneak through the gates. But with a pretty face, every door opens. The crowd bows to you. They ask your name. They want you to end. They ask you to speak. A silly voice with gorgeous lips is everyone's weak spot. I was reborn with my perfection stolen from me. Get it back, I'll rip this rotted world apart. Angels are beautiful. I save my game finally? Yes, I can save my game! Finally! Cool. So, folks, this is where we're going. So, if you enjoyed the commentary, like, if you want to keep up with this or any of our other content, subscribe and ring the bell. Become part of our notification squad so you can see when we upload and when we go live. But for now, this is Kitthesoulless signing off. See you till next time, everybody. Bye bye. Oh my god. Hey, yodel. 3 days left. Anyways, good night, Ramon. Good night, Robert. Good night, Johnson. Good night, Nexus. And good night to anybody else I might have missed. Nom nom faces.